Like I was saying earlier, the cornice comes 90mm down, so it doesn't matter if this isn't sanded or anything like that. Everything 90mm down has to be perfect. Alright, if you come over here, we're just doing some cornice. There's two different types of cuts, and then there's a left and a right. There's an internal cut and there's an external cut, okay? That there is the left internal. This one, it's opposite to that one, that's a right internal, okay? And then this one here, that's a left external, okay? And this one here, that's a left. So these should essentially marry up like that. And that's why you get this over here. So that goes up like that. See, it's right on my 90mm line. If it's creeping up the wall, your miters are going to be out. Or if it's too far, the bottom's going to be out.
Yeah, so if there's a gap at the top, what do? You've got to roll down. If there's a gap at the bottom, you've got to roll up.
That's all right. So it's going to be like that, pretty much. So look how you cut. Yuji's, hang on a second. Where's that piece for? This piece is for that back wall, so it's probably good to look at it like this.
I've already got one internal.
That's your internal. So this piece, if you look down there, that's for that back wall there. So imagine this piece goes in there, up like that. All right? That's how I first start to learn, is I get my cornice box out and I imagine the wall there and just putting it up like that, okay? I'm gonna do a trick light. So that measurement, we mark our measurement right here. That's from wall to wall point.
As a habit, I'll put the line of the cut.
Yeah.
So you don't mix it up.
Yeah. Avoid making a mistake. So you know that goes in. And once you, when you're first starting, I recommend cutting a few tester pieces, just so you know, oh, okay, I need that kind of piece, that kind of piece. Just do it slowly so you don't make any errors. And one other thing is, see, I'm sitting here and I'm about to cut like this. If you want a neater cut, go around to where Eugene is and cut it from the face. Okay.
Test this in. Maybe put your light that way. Test that in.
This is our piece. A piece like barely fits there, and it goes like that. Okay, so you measure this wall. You got to be accurate, you know, like exact, and then you have your tester piece. You know that's good, so that gets set there. You know that's good. And that's what it'll look like. That's why it covers all of that gap in between. And it's the same material as the plasterboard, okay? So it's no worse off, okay? Still all gets sealed. In fact, the mud is so strong. If you just remember, left internal and right internal. And that's pretty much it. Get your measurements pretty accurate. As you can see, Eugene's marked them all down there. It's a lot easier to do it in millimeters, guys. I don't know, when you're talking 3/4 of an inch, 3/8 of an inch and all of that, I don't understand how accurate that is. This has to be accurate down to the millimeter.
1966.
Otherwise, well, a couple of millimeters, otherwise it won't go too nice.
We're a metric. We're not imperial.
Yeah, how much is an inch? Is like 2.4 centimeters or something like that, isn't it?
Just makes it confusing, eh? Like, best just go up in
32/16, whatever.
Yeah. You got to work out a sum. You got to work out a separate sum to get what something is. I don't know. To me, that is, unless they're just thinking it. I don't know. Anyway, so we're going to finish cutting all the cornice. I'm going to keep sanding, and hopefully we'll be finished at the same time.
Yeah, I'm getting.
And then we'll get the cornice done. we are preparing to cornice around this kitchen. Now this is very smooth and slippery, and even the tape doesn't like to stick to it. So I'll show you what we're going to do. We're going to spray this just above the bottom of the cornice line, and it's going to dry, and it's going to roughen up the surface, and it's going to allow our cornice cement to stick. Our cornice goes 90mm down. So yeah, we want to set it, we don't want to spray below the cornice line and see anything we don't want to see. About 80. 80.
You run some tape on that?
Tape won't stick. We can chalk line it though. Let's chalk line it. And once we get this line, yeah, good there. Everything you see is going to be above the line. 80. Chalk line. Okay, you won't see that. Just use a board or any kind of guide. Put that there, and you just go like that. And when that dries, obviously I sprayed a bit heavy there, so just clean that off. Get that cleaned up. Now we've done our own experiments. I've found this is the best way. Haven't we, Huge? Thank you. Doesn't take long. What we'll also do as well is we'll put a couple of screws in as well. Beautiful. You probably want to go lighter, a bit lighter on the spray, so it doesn't get down there. And once that's dry, you don't actually use the stickiness, so to speak, but it just roughens the surface up so we can grip. That's the main thing. So we're pretty much ready to mix up now. I've got 3 buckets ready. Here's our mixing bucket. So now that that cornice is ready to go, and all the cornice is cut, you're ready to mix up. Once you start mixing, you only have 45 minutes, you have less. You have about 25 minutes of working time, 30 minutes of working time, that's about it. And we'll just mix this up by hand. We've got all the cornice put in their places, so we should be very fast moving around.